Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
This is Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. Welcome to the dark side.
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Raider Asylum with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. Where things might be a little spooky, little creepy, little lunatics and psychos and maniacs, but man, welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your guys' first time here, do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. So I'd like to welcome each and one of you guys. Come on, pull on in. Pull on in. I know you up tonight like I'm up tonight. Let's get into this padded room. Go ahead and take off your straight jacket, kick off your shoes, and hang with Lunatic for a while. We could talk Raider football, you know what I mean? All the moves we made, all the potential signings we still have left in us. After seeing that Adams contract, I see that is only hitting the cap this year for what, 8.6 million, I think it was. And he's not getting as much money as everybody speculated or we thought when the media put it out there, but it's a nice team-friendly deal. It's not the close to 30 million like everybody thought. He's getting a nice little lump sum up front on this first year and getting a nice little chunk next year as well. So it's pretty much, they said, a 3-year deal, probably get around $70-something million with about, I think, 60-something of that, 61 of it guaranteed. So it is a solid contract. Man, so tell me what's up with you guys. Go ahead and jump in the chat if you guys like to shout out people who's out there right now. Shout out to Daryl Dwayne. What's up, bruh? Glad you made it, man. I know we up late. Maybe some of you guys are on the East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. It's all love. It's all Raiders. I'm waiting for the next big signing because you know one's coming. You know what I mean? And we're all sitting here patiently like we were supposed to do in the tamping period, but we know we were just so built up and like, man, do something already. But they did something, and boy, did they. They came across some top quality free agents and added it to this team, and it's well needed. And man, it's time for us to get to work and get this team back on the road. You know what I mean? I'm Juice. How you guys feeling this evening? You know what I mean? Let me know how you guys feeling this evening. Where y'all from? What y'all doing? There's so much to just talk about, man. We still up here waiting to see if maybe we get Honey Badger. Maybe that might be a next move. Anybody know the situation on Lyle Collins from the Cowboys? I would love him at right tackle. I'm not really sold on Trent Brown, but Trent Brown is a massive ass man, and to be able to have him on our line, especially in our conference, our division, with the pass rushers that's on the other teams as well, we need some time to let Carr be able to hit Adams, you know what I mean, and Renfro. And is Mac Hollins the guy that we signed from Miami? Is he going to be the number 2? Is that what he was brought there for? Or is he going to compete with Edwards for that number 2 receiver spot? Those are questions to be asked. We already know who our slot is. We know who our tight end is. All we need is to know who would the number 2, who should we pair up with Adams? Let me know that now. Who do you think best would be able to suit up with to the other side of Adams and make this offense dynamic? And right now, we're on our way to doing that because we have home run hitters on this team up and down the roster. We need to go ahead and make sure that this offensive line is correct and giving Carr time to throw and keeping him upright. If we can do that with the weapons we have, offense is set. Running backs for days, you know what I mean? Tight ends, slot. Now we got a number 1 receiver. I mean, come on. This offense is the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. We can even go back, and I'm willing to even go out there on a limb and say that this offense can be just as dynamic, if not better, than the greatest show on turf. And you know I'm talking about, the St. Louis Rams back with Marshall Faulk and them. That was an offense, man, that was just ridiculous. I guarantee you we can do that, if not better. Because, I mean, just our lineup alone is going to strike fear in the hearts of men. You know what I mean? That's just what it's going to do. We're going to strike fear in the hearts of men because there's so much that a defense has to pay attention to and be accountable for. You're going to slip up and make a mistake. And when that happens, we're going to hit your ass. We're going to hit your ass. Shout out to everybody stopping by. Philly Sports Talk, man. I appreciate the follow, man, and I followed you back. Man, thank you for the support, man, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And thank you for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up. Man. So we just up here chopping it up on some Raider talk, man. Looking at potential signings we can still make. It's not over. Free agency ain't over, not even near being over. You're gonna have some more releases. You know what's gonna come. It's gonna come. And you figure you got to pay attention to these teams that's making these trades, because some of them is gonna have to make room to accommodate the contracts coming in. So don't be surprised if we sit back and we watch what's gonna happen with Baker Mayfield. Wherever he goes, Indianapolis, they might have to release somebody. You know what I mean? They might have to just open up spots and just do what they got to do to accommodate whatever move they decide to make. The only thing, here's the one thing, I'm glad we got Adams, but man, I was planning on going down on the strip during the draft and covering like all the rounds, but now Thursday we ain't got a pick, and then half of Friday night we only got the third round pick. So we're gonna be sitting around twiddling our thumbs unless our front office go ahead and work some magic and get us back in the first or second round. I doubt we do that. I doubt that they want to give up capital, draft capital like that. But what they will do is look into trading back. Now that's a possibility. There's no number one, there's no number two, but the number three, you could possibly move back and get you a nice little lump sum of some picks. And then we can go ahead and start filling out this roster with some proven or unproven talent, but with potential. So that's all we are looking for, is unproven talent with potential. Third, fourth, fifth, no 6th round pick, but we still have 2 5s. If you trade back a third, maybe you get 2 4ths and another 5. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? If they can accumulate more picks just by moving back a few spots, because right now, like I said, the first 2 rounds, we ain't in it. We ain't in it. But we got what we got. You know what I mean? I'm satisfied with having Jones and going in there and getting the fullback Jacob Johnson, and getting what's the dude we just got, the other running back. Man, they're loading up. They're loading up, and they're making it so Hunter Renfrow doesn't have to do special teams and be out there to risk getting hurt. Now we got kick returners and punt returners that can go out there and use their quickness and speed and get us like a good spot on the field to start our offense with as soon as we get the ball. So that's a good thing. Now you can just let Hunter go ahead and just focus on his offense. Focus on tearing these motherfuckers up, getting in the pockets, finding the soft spots in the defense, sitting down, and bam, getting the ball. That's all you got to do. And why they worrying about that then? You got Devontae Adams, you got Waller, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Kenyon Drake. I mean, this shit is going to be ridiculous this year. I know it's going to be ridiculous because it's a lot of shit that motherfucking defense is going to have to pay attention to. If you double Adams, then what Waller going to do? What, man-to-man on Waller? Oh, better yet, hell, I'll take Renfrow. Man-to-man on him, he's going to break your ankles. I'm going to tell you like that. That boy, man, is quick off that line, man, and got moves like a point guard. Somebody's ankles is getting broke. He going to Allen Iverson somebody's ass coming off that line. Yeah, let him slip and fall and fall down on the plane. Let him be wide open. That, man, Renfro's a beast. Waller's a beast. Adams a beast. Whoever get that number 2 spot, that's going to finish the whole lineup. That's going to finish the whole lineup. Oh, right tackle. And like I discussed, right tackle is a very important need. I do not now see us going into the draft drafting a right tackle in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that's going to come out and start. So unless there's somebody already on the team that they feel can come in here and take over that position and that job at starting right tackle. Now, there's options and out there for that, but Collins, we know what Collins is coming from the Cowboys, right tackle. We know what he is. We know what to get with him. And I'm telling you, if we add somebody like him at that right tackle, it's over. It's over. It's over. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Shout out to Raiders 7528. Thank you for pulling up. Ask ourselves, are we better than the Browns? I believe so. I believe so. And the thing is, the Browns are solid. Browns are solid. And yeah, they got Deshaun Watson now in the big trade. But look what they gave up. What fresh blood that they're going to draft to bring into that organization to keep that machine going if it's a machine when that shit goes down on the field. We don't know exactly what to expect. It looks good on paper. We know Cooper doesn't play every fucking down. He likes to take breaks while he's on the field. I seen him one time on 3rd down over there with a cup of coffee because he wasn't in the play. Okay, I'm bullshitting, but hey, he do shit like that. When he was with us, he used to take fucking plays off. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, bruh. And then he goes to the Cowboys. They give him that big $20 million a year. Do you think Amari Cooper's worth $20 million a year? There it is. There it is. And then what's the other receiver that they got to go with now? Because we know Landry is gone. Oh, speaking of Landry, what do you guys say about Landry coming in as a number 2 across from Adams? You know what I mean? Julio Jones as a number 2. I know people frown upon him thinking it was number 1 because we didn't make the trade yet, but Julio Jones not a number 1 no more. He's not a number 1 no more. But what about a number 2? Or was the whole reason why they went and got Mac Hollins from Miami was to bring him in there? Because you figure at 6'4", and he has a 4.35, I think it is 40. Come on, man. Those are specifically red zone targets. You got Devontae Adams, 6'2". You have Mac Hollins, 6'4". Waller's what, 6'6"? So when we get down in the red zone, we now have options. Carr does not have to look and see if Zay Jones is open. You know what I mean? He has options, but I'm pretty sure we know who's going to go to. Just like in 2016, Crabtree was his Adams. I didn't say Crabtree is as good as Adams, but that was his go-to. That was his Adams then. That's why we were so good. Amari wasn't even Amari was on the team, but it was Crabtree that Carr was comfortable in going in and going and passing to because he caught the ball. He played every down. Crabtree, that year, that's what made us kind of special is our offense because we were balanced. We were super balanced for real. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. Once again, for those who this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you. Raiders Allegiance, the Raider Asylum late night show with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. I welcome you. But please, if you have not, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, please. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate that you pulled up on me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hit another milestone today, you guys. I'm at 400 subscribers, and we were just at 200 last weekend when I did the t-shirt giveaway. But we are now we're starting to get more people involved and coming along, and I appreciate that, man. And I thank you. I thank you once again. I can't thank you enough because, like I say, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. We stand one. One nation is how we stand. So thank each and one of you guys. Thank you for those that's in the chat. Shout out to Nate TKO. What's up with it? Thank you for pulling up. What was our number 1 now? Got Tay. Let's go. Hey, like the question I just asked, what do you feel? Who do you feel? Do you feel that we should go back into free agency and grab a number 2 receiver, or are you comfortable with Edwards or Mac Hollins? Are you guys comfortable with them being number 2, or would you like to see them go out there and really get a number 2 that will fit good with Adams? I'm telling you, I want this offense to be so dynamic. I want every week after every game, the story is all about what the Raiders done did. What the Raiders done did. Yes, done did. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Let's see. They can still trade back or Baker. 2 wide receivers, yeah. Wouldn't hurt to get a number 2 wide receiver. I believe so. And like I say, I'm kind of think but see, what are these free agent receivers that's out there now? What do you think they're going to ask for money wise? We got the money. That's, man, the way they did these contracts, we got the money. We got the money to do whatever. And look at it this way. You know how every year they tell you you have to put like 10 million of your cap usually is put to the side to sign your free agents? Well, the most 2 expensive draft picks in the draft is the first 2 rounds, and we don't have that anymore. So that's money we don't have to spend on a first, second round caliber not free agent, but rookie. So that money stays in our pocket. There is money out there. We got money. It's just, who are we willing to pay to come in and play number 2? I don't even know what McDaniels and Ziegler's plan is, because I'm going to tell you, they do a damn good job of keeping everything to the chest. We don't know shit until it happens. And I like that. Nothing leaks out. No, so other teams can do shit. And it's really important that you do that during the draft as well. Because when teams start getting the idea of what you're planning on doing and shit leaks out, they trade over you and take your player. Kind of like, ain't that how we got Morig over Dallas? Dallas was talking about how they like Morig and all that shit, and we end up jumping and getting them. Then we move up and get Morig over Dallas. That kind of shit right there. You know what I mean? So, man, thank all you guys for pulling up, man. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all for real, for real. Free Image, thank you for pulling up, man. Edwards to Hollins 3. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know what they got in plan, but I'm fine with it. Only thing I want Edwards to do is be more consistent. That's it. Be consistent within the offense. He makes spectacular plays and catches, but then he dropped the simplest ass passes. And we can't have that. Not if we're trying to keep the chains going and getting down in the red zone and scoring, he has to be consistent, because there's going to be times, as you all well aware, that as a number 2 receiver, you're going to get targeted as well. Long as Carr has multiple targets and he makes his reads and he goes to where he's supposed to go or where he feels, long as he don't force shit. But I'm telling you this is what I'm going to predict. Because I went back and watched 2013 when Carr and Adams was at Fresno State, and man, them 2 dudes put on a show. I'm telling you, I have not seen. That's why I say the greatest show on grass, because we play on grass and not turf. But man, I think we could surpass them with everything we got. Man, seeing the connection that Carr and Adams had in college and going deep. Carr was going deep with Adams, and Adams he was shaking motherfuckers off. I'm like, get off. You know what I mean? But man, it was nice to see that, because it seemed like every year we're changing out receivers for Carr. These past few years, we've been trying to find him a good receiving core. And sometimes it don't work. You'll get one that does good, and then they run off and go get the bag. You know what I mean? Or they get injured and don't play at all. Williams, that we had a couple of years ago. And that's the kind of shit that's like, I know that shit frustrating, because, let's not forget about Ruggs' unfortunate situation. That was going to blossom into something beautiful too. Man, I seen it coming, because Ruggs was developing. He was getting better, and that's all you want. You want to develop him. And that's why I give all the credit to Edgar Bennett. Edgar Bennett is a hell of a wide receiver coach. And he's underrated. He's underrated because look at Renfro. You know what I mean? Renfro's a beast. And you can see Renfro developing as well with his time with the team. Riffle way better now than he was when he was a rookie. Ruggs was on that same chart. He was charting upward. You know what I mean? But it's just unfortunate that he made some bad choices and now he has to pay for them. You know what I mean? But now we're fine. The team went out and swung crack and got Devontae Adams, arguably the number one receiver in the league that has a relationship with the quarterback, who has played with the quarterback. So now I'm understanding that their friendship is going to be great. And maybe we go into the draft and maybe in the later rounds we grab a receiver because there's plenty of speed coming out in the draft. Maybe they go find one and bam, bring them up in here and to have somebody like Devontae Adams to be able to be that veteran that they can run to or come to and ask questions and pick their brain and learn how to like improve on their craft at wide receiver. You want veterans like that. I'm so glad. See, and this is another thing people forgot about is like with Jones. When we got Chandler Jones, people like the only thing we was looking at was Jones and Max Crosby. But one thing that we forgot about is, can you imagine now the development of Kuntz? Now he got Max Crosby and Chandler Jones to pick their brain and have them groom them. And the way Chandler Jones come across is he's willing to help anybody that asks for it. Kuntz might be a sleeper with development underneath these two veterans, man. I'm telling you, keep your eye on Kuntz. We're probably going to see a lot more of him. And I see the sky's the limit for this dude because he has natural ability as well. But for him to be able to get under these veterans and really get some knowledge, Kuntz is going to be a sleeper, hands down. We do need cornerbacks. I'm still waiting on. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and post your comment, man, because that's we do need quarterbacks, and we know now that the late part of the draft is where we're going to have to look for them, unless we make trades or we sign free agents. We still waiting on the situation with Gilmore or Gilmore. We're also waiting on to see what is Honey Badger on our want list. Is Bradbury a potential trade target with the Giants to get and bring him in also? There's options out there, but we do have our own, you know what I mean? But I'm knowing we're going to need a little more depth in the safety and corner spots on this team, especially when you're coming in and out 4-2-5s and you need secondary. If Abrams is going to be used towards the box and in the box, then we're going to need secondary help that can cover. I always look for nice, good size on them, but there's some in this draft, and they will be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round. They'll be around there, some that you can bring in and just coach up. That's why we got the coaches we got. I'm not worried about what round we go get talent because there's talent throughout every round. Also, the talent of undrafted rookies coming out of college that don't get drafted, that you give them a call after the draft and, hey, you want to come play with us? And there you have it. But there's going to be some in there. You go get them, and you have your coaching staff coach up every position on that team. That's what they're there for. It's just sad that the last couple of years, especially on defense, you think you're getting a good defensive coordinators, but they all had their faults. You know, I don't think Gus Bradley was aggressive enough with our defense. It's kind of like we just stood and watched the door rather than kicking the motherfucker in and going, you know what I mean, and attacking. No blitzes, just stand there and bend, don't break. I don't like playing safe. I like attacking. We got to attack Holmes. We got to attack Wilson. We got to attack Herbert and any other quarterback we face against. Our defense must attack them. You don't just sit back and let them stay in the pocket all day and have all time to throw. Hell no. They're going to pick you apart, especially with the quarterbacks in our fucking division. For real, for real. Yeah, man, it's I know there's more moves in us, especially over this weekend. This weekend, today was slow and shit, but they probably, I don't know, I'm just guessing. They're probably negotiating some stuff, maybe contracts with free agents, maybe other possible trades. I don't think there's going to be any more trades unless it's player for player, but the potential is there. We see that our team is ready and willing to make trades. We made 2 already. And here's another thing. This is what I'm noticing what the Raiders is doing with this new regime. It looks to me that they're setting themselves up to get extra picks. And this is why I explain this. Let me explain this to you. When this team is letting all our free agents, unrestricted free agents, leave, right? I don't think, because the way they do the formula kind is like how many unrestricted free agents leave. And I'm talking about you can't cut them. And we're not talking about trades. They have to be unrestricted free agents and go sign elsewhere. And that's what a lot of our free agents are doing. If you sign back less free agents that then leaves you, you get compensatory picks, right? Those are extra picks that the league gives out to help compensate for the fact of your loss of free agents and you not bringing that many back in. And see, trades don't count against that. We've made 2 trades. So 2 players that we have on this team is not considered compensatory type situation that came in and compared to that left. Only the ones we signed. Now, we signed a few, and also the value of the player and the production of the player, it also tells you where that compensatory is selected, and it can't be over a 3rd round pick. So you can get 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks depending on the value of that free agent. So what we've been bringing in has been depth and rotational players. The people who have left us are starters. Pay attention. Pay attention. The front office knows what they're doing. Also, the new rule is if you have a minority coach on your team and he gets promoted to like a head coaching position, they compensate you with draft picks as well. Don't forget, Patrick Graham has the possibility of being able to go off and become a head coach. Those are picks. Champ Kelly, assistant GM, if he gets interviewed and becomes a GM with another team, you get compensated picks. So they're setting themselves up for the potential of getting these picks. So it's real smart business. It's real smart business because, like I said, draft picks are gold. You know what I mean? And the more draft picks you got, the more you can play. What do you think the Eagles are going to do with their 3 first-round picks? You remember we was in that boat. You know what I mean? We selected at every one of them, but man, just imagine if we could have traded one off to get more picks, because you can never not have enough picks. You have to have picks because that's how you build your team. How Jacksonville is doing it, that shit ain't going to work. You can't build no team through free agency. You got a $208 million salary cap on a fucking roster with 53 players. You can't build a fucking team in free agency. You ain't got the dough to do that shit at all. You can go out there and make as much splashes as you want, but I don't even think they just have a game plan. I think they just went out there because, come on, Christian Kirk making that kind of money? Right now, the way the contracts look, Christian Kirk is making about as much as Adams is officially. You think Adams and Kirk is on the same fucking level? Hell no. So I'm knowing they overpaid. You think Zay Jones was worth $10 million? You think Zay Jones is a $10 million receiver? Honestly. You think he's a number 1 receiver or a number 2? He played on us, but hey, I'm not knocking the dude. Thank you for your service in the silver and black, but bruh, you got to call a spade a spade. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, everybody, thank you for pulling up, man. I'd like to welcome you guys. We up in here. We 12 deep. Come on, let's get these numbers up, baby. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit them like buttons. Y'all go ahead and hit them like buttons for me, man. I appreciate it. Man, for real. What free agent, have you guys heard any rumblings what's going on with our team signing other people? I'm waiting on the Gilmore situation. You know what I mean? I heard that we offered him a deal and we're just waiting, but there are other teams that have interest in him. So it might be, is he looking for the money? Like I said, the one thing I think that helped us be able to land Adams is because there's no state income tax. And Wisconsin has a 7.6% income tax in that tax bracket that he would have been in if he signed the deal with him. He didn't want to be there. That's all that was. He wanted to play with Carr. He wanted to play with the Raiders. Everybody want to say, oh, especially the people that don't like Carr. It's like, oh, he didn't just want to play for Carr. He went for the money. Now the fact come out is he didn't get that money like we thought. That's not the money he got. That's not what that contract says. He got a couple of dummy years on that 5-year deal. They said it's pretty much a 3-year deal. He probably can get around 77, I think it was, $1 million if you play the all 3 years. He's getting like $24 million this year, all guaranteed. And then next year, I think he's getting like, I can't remember the number they said for the second year is guaranteed as well. I'm thinking it might be like 40 mil, because I know like 61 million is guaranteed. So you figure and this year he's only like the cap hit we're taking for him this year is only 8 million. So we got money. You know what I mean? Hey, they did that shit so smooth. Man, shout out to the front office of the Raiders. Y'all motherfuckers need to come do my taxes. For real. Let me help me get a return that's like, man, for real. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I just want to come on tonight and kick it with y'all and, talk some shit. You know what I mean? If you guys want to pull up, you're more than welcome to. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Who else just pulled up on me? Who pulled up? Oh, shit. Is that Courtney Collins? Courtney Collins, is that you? Oh, my goodness. Armstead could be very much. Hey, Armstead, yeah, Armstead is another one, too. But like I said, what direction are we going to go? Dude, I mean, I know the connection with like Trent Brown, that's a no-brainer. Gilmore, no-brainer. Shit is like, man, I just Honey Badger is what I wouldn't mind. Can you imagine Honey Badger with Morrig as your safeties, and you go ahead and just keep fucking Abram up in the box, but let Honey Badger and motherfucking Morrig be out there tag teaming. You know what I mean? Taking these donkeys and these queefs off the top rope with a DDT. Man, let them ball hawk these fools, man. I'm telling you, I would love Honey Badger to face Kansas City twice a year. Man, for real. And here's another one. We play the NFC West. So Arizona is on the motherfucking schedule. So guess who Mr. Jones get to go say hi to? The little sawed-off midget that's the quarterback there. What's the quarterback? The 4'11 dude. The dude that can't get on the roller coaster because he ain't as big as the little cutout boy. Shit, I'm clowning. I don't give a fuck. Hey, shout out to all y'all, man. I'm just out here bullshitting. Oh, man. Hey, I like that. The Killer D's. I like that shit. I like that. Good one. Hey, we got some weapons, boy, fully loaded, locked and loaded and ready to take out anybody. And I don't care what team it is. The fan base, and I feel y'all's energy, man. Our energy is like, it's on a level that we haven't been on in a long time. You know what I mean? The last time we was this excited, like 2016. Del Rio was the coach. You know what I mean? When Mack and Carr was here. And Cooper, but that shit didn't work out. Both of them got shipped off. Gruden and Mayock, I don't think, now I'm looking back and I'm hearing what they were saying, that these cats wasn't doing it right. They said Gruden was the one making the picks. They said they brought Mayock in there to just yes man, be a yes man. That's it. And I'm like, and it shows, because look at what we do in the first round. The first round picks we were getting with Gruden, come on, man. None of them motherfuckers, they can't even get a job at In-N-Out. You know what I mean? They can't even get an In-N-Out job, let alone try to be on run a team. And the contracts that they had was bullshit. Thank God that Ziegler and them come in and clean up some shit. And that's what we needed. We needed real structure in this organization for us to be competitive. It started with the front office. because every decision that the front office moves or makes it moves down to the field. And it's like we were making bad decisions. We made bad decisions with the contracts we were offering free agents. We made bad decisions when it came to draft picks in the first couple of rounds. You know what I mean? We hit on some. Some look like it got good potential, but that was later. You don't never want to ruin your first round pick. Your first round pick is the most valuablest pick you can have. Number one, you can do so much with it. You can use it and draft a high quality rookie. You can use it to trade back and get a whole bunch more. You can use it to move up. You can use it to go trade for somebody. So like a commodity like that is like, you don't waste that shit. And we've been wasting it for years, man. And that's a damn shame. Because as fans, we expect this team to do the best they can to put themselves in a position of winning games and getting us a Super Bowl. And right now, the way this team is built, they built this team to go out there and win a Super Bowl, and not just one, multiple. And I keep telling you guys that shit because I'm looking at it like we didn't go after dudes with 6 rings just because we just want one Super Bowl. We trying to do what y'all did over there. Come on over here and do what you did over there. Bring us multiple rings. And I guarantee you, won't nobody ever again give a damn about you coming from the New England Patriots and coaching this team to get us to victory. Hands down. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We in here tonight. Man. It's vampire hours. You know what I mean? Vampire hours, boy. Hey, you know what? McDaniels is a way better coach, you're right, than Gruden. And this is what I'm going to tell you why. And see, a lot of people, when we hired McDaniels, the negative shit that was coming out was I was hearing people say, oh, you mean the guy that failed in Denver? And it's like, we never knew the truth behind that. Why did he fail in Denver? So look, this is what I did. I was working on doing a video comparing the coaching staff that McDaniels had with Denver compared to the coaching staff that he brought over here, that he has here with the Raiders. And what I found is that the coaching staff that McDaniels had with Denver, he did not choose them. Usually you let your coaching go get the people he's familiar with, give them an opportunity like he did with us. He brought people he worked with, people he knew that crossed paths with him in life. He brought them with him. Denver? No, that's not what happened. I went back and looked at the people that was on that coaching staff, from offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and they were all former coaches on the Broncos under the old regime of Dan Reeves and also under Mike Shanahan. That tells me McDaniels did not choose any of his damn coaches in Denver. Denver already told him this is who you was going to be on your staff. You can't do no staff like that. You can't force people to work together and you don't know if they're going to mesh or not. You should let that coach go ahead and bring his team in there and run the team in his vision. But obviously, Denver have their own vision. And rest in peace, Al Davis. Al Davis was the same way. But see, the difference is the people running Denver ain't Al Davis. Al Davis got a wealth of knowledge that none of them motherfuckers combined can match. I'm talking about somebody that was a head coach, somebody that was a fucking commissioner, somebody who's an owner of a team. Al Davis knows football. He's every single level. But you got these jokers with Denver hiring a coach and then rather than let him go out there and get the people he's comfortable with and getting the people to run his vision. They did, and he said this. I heard this in a interview with Josh with McDaniels, and this is what McDaniels said. They asked McDaniels, it was like, oh, dude made a comment to the interviewer. He was like, oh, so you was in Denver and how did it feel to have all the control? And this is what McDaniels said. You remember McDaniels was there 2 years in Denver and then was gone. The first year in Denver, he had no control because he said, oh, not at first, but eventually I had control. They gave him the control like later. But when he got there, he had no control. And that's why I said that coaching staff was dictated to him. Even the running backs coach was a former Bronco. There was like 4 or 5 coaches on that coaching staff that were former coaches or players of the Broncos. Come on. We know what that looks like. That means that they already knew who they was going to give him. He couldn't succeed in Denver. He couldn't succeed like he's doing here. See, he's getting everybody he's familiar with that he knows that can come in here and run his system the way he wants it ran. And look at the pieces we're adding for that. Come on. I'm knowing this shit. I broke that shit down and I seen through it. I'm like, you can't blame him for Denver. You got to blame Denver for Denver. Them dumbasses did that shit. And now they still searching for somebody. And they got lucky with lightning in the bottle when they got old ass Peyton Manning to come play for them. And he didn't win that shit. They had a solid defense. Like I said, you get a solid defense, you could throw anybody back there at quarterback. I done seen regular average ass quarterbacks win Super Bowls. And it wasn't because of them. It's because they had a hell of a run game and a fucking defense. That's it. That's all it was. That's all it was. I seen Tampa Bay do it. I seen Baltimore do it. Baltimore had a hell of defense in 2000. You know what I mean? With Ray Lewis and them. But their quarterback wasn't shit. They had a good running back. Lewis. Was it Jamal Lewis? Rushed for like 2,000 yards in it before. And like few people have done that. Come on. I read through that. I read those tea leaves. But now I'm glad that Josh McDaniels is here. I'm glad Mark Davis. I'm glad Ziegler and him has a working relationship. Because you see how this shit is working together. You need a fine oiled machine for this motherfucker to get us back into the playoff. Not just make the playoffs, but continue forward and win games in the playoffs. That's the only way you're going to get to a Super Bowl. And I'm telling you now, I like the direction we are headed. I like the pieces that we acquired. I'm looking forward for the next shit. What's next? Do you guys think Saturday is going to be a big day with an announcement? Because I seen somebody, I forgot who did, Honcho on Twitter was saying the Raiders are working on something and there's nothing done yet. And it's a big name player or a big name. That's all he said. So I'm waiting on seeing who that is because we're not going to find out until they announce the shit. They keeping shit so secret. Like I said, I'm not mad. I mean, I would love to know what the fuck we doing, but if they know what we doing, then I'm solid. Just let us know. Once you get the agreement for that player to sign, you let Raider Nation know. Damn it, we done signed Moses. I'm like, woo-wee. We about to split the Red Sea in Chicago. I mean, in the Kansas City's ass. Oh, I can't wait till we harass Mahomes, man. I can't wait till Crosby and Jones get on that ass. I can't wait to see. And do not sleep on Bilal Nichols, the defensive tackle from Chicago we picked up. That's a nice youngster. He's only 25. You know what I mean? He's going to be groomed, and he's going to be put in a position for him to succeed on the field. Patrick Graham, I got faith in you in the defense. And all day long, I got faith in Patrick Graham. He knows what he's doing. He got too much experience. Sign who you say to sign? If we sign Mathau, yeah, and Gilmore. Hey, if we sign Honey Badger, Mathau and fucking Gilmore, I told him on Twitter, I said if I wake up in the morning and find out we signed them two, I'm a skeet on myself. I know I am. I'm gonna have to go clean up. Because man, to grab both of them, corner and say, come on, what our secondary gonna look like? You got Rock Ya-Sin already from Indianapolis. Trayvon Mullen is still there. You grab some young dudes that I think are more depth pieces and more rotational with old boy from Cincinnati, and then also old boy from Baltimore. So they're putting put it like this. We're putting the background singers together, and then we're gonna go out there and get the lead singer to go ahead and break a couple of glasses with that high octave singing voice. So they're doing this shit right. But I'm still interested in the draft. Now that the 1 and 2 picks are gone, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait a while, though. I'm going to wait until, let's see, the draft is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think Thursday morning, You guys, hey, subscribe to the channel because Thursday morning before the draft, what I'm going to do a mock draft with how the shit is set up now. Because by then, shit should be set in stone as far as the order of the picks. So I know we're not in the first or second round, so I'm gonna have to start the draft and then we'll wait until it comes to us in the third round. But I want to get an idea now that Green Bay has 2 first-round picks because of ours. The draft is going to change. They got our second-round pick, so it's going to change. And their needs might not all be our needs. They'll be similar. But I want to see how a mock draft looks with us only pick our first pick being in the third round. You know what? I'm going to do one tonight and check it out and see. I want to see how this shit falls. I want to see what a mock draft look like with us only starting at the third pick. That's going to be interesting. Who the fuck you think is going to fall to the third pick? Oh my God, that's a good ass question. That is a good ass question. Shout out Courtney. You've been a Raider fan since 2000? Hey. And this is the first time you've been this happy. Hey, these moves that we've made, though, come on, man. It's been, when was the last time that the Raiders made like these kind of moves? I know we made moves like this before, but it was never in bunches like this. You know what I mean? When we got Randy Moss, we was juiced. It was Randy Moss. But it wasn't like Randy Moss and you went out there and got Deion Sanders and shit like that. I mean, Jones and fucking Adams is on this team. And I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. Like, how the fuck we do that? How we do that? And it's the front office. You know what I mean? And just like when I heard Jones's, have you guys went on the YouTube on the Raiders channel and watched the interviews, the press conference that they had with Chandler Jones? Man, that dude looks so happy to be here, and he just keep mentioning the front office. He trusts those dudes because you got to remember he was a rookie and got drafted by New England, and Patrick Graham was his position coach on the defensive line. Patrick Graham was the defensive line coach when Jones was a rookie. So there goes that connection. And man, the dude came in. I seen the little videos. He came in with a big ass smile, and I'm like, man, this dude is hella happy to be in a Raider uniform and to play for this front office. And it's been a lot of times that we wasn't pulling nobody with Gruden, really. Gruden and Mayock, we wasn't getting no fire ass free agents. We thought that we was getting them with like Littleton and Kwiatkowski and Nassib, but we're not here no more. There's no picks on this team that Gruden and them made is left. They're gone. So it's a changing of the guard. It's a changing of the guard. And right now, I know they got us on the right path, man. I know that shit. It's just, it feels different. I know y'all feel that shit too. This shit feels different. For real. This is not the same Raiders team. And I'm talking about from the top to the bottom. This is not the same team. They're not making moves like they used to, and they're putting calculated thought process into it and making sure that they don't overpay and that they pay you for what your value really is. You know what I mean? You're getting your value. We're not overpaying you because, we're trying to compete with other teams and signing you. No, we're going to offer you as a contract that we feel you're valuable, but this is what you're getting when you come here. You're getting these coaches, this training facility, in this stadium to play in. And you get to live in Vegas. You know what I mean? I mean, the opportunity, and there's no state income tax. It's just too many positives that are thrown at these free agents to make them like, I'm good. Nah. And it's people that's familiar with the people in the office. So of course they're amongst people. Man, I seen I'm gonna tell you what was funny. When I seen Chandler Jones going to the practice facility in Henderson, he goes in there. He said, hey, they told me to make myself at home, so I went straight to the snack bar. So he out there with the snacks on the field. And then here comes old boy Bolden, the running back we just signed from New England, come up, what's up, knocking the snacks out of his hand and hugging them and shit. And hey, these dudes is gonna have a ball. And when you're in a good space in your life your production it increases. That's why I say pay attention to Max Crosby. Because right now, Max Crosby is in the best space of his life. This is his best space. This dude has been sober for 2 years. He's engaged to get married. He's locked down with an extension and a very nice, wealthy contract. They took care of him. He's in a very good space, so expect that shit to dictate how he's going to play on the field. He's happy. You see him at the Pro Bowl. He was like a kid out there knocking down passes. When it's a game to you and it's fun, you're going to ball out. You're going to ball out. I'm telling you, when your love is in this shit and you out there living your dream and everything in your life is going right, he's in good spirits. And quarterbacks are going to be in trouble this year. And I see Chandler Jones, he's in good spirits. Man, the biggest smile, so happy to be here. And I'm like, that's what you want with these free agents. You don't want them to just come here for the money. Because a lot of times, some of these players go to teams just for the bag, but they're not happy. Like they say, money don't bring you happiness. And sometimes these dudes, look, what happened to Trent Brown when he came here? He came and got the bag. Remember, he was the highest paid offensive lineman, but he wasn't happy. That's why he left. He wasn't happy. And I heard a few players wasn't happy with like Gruden and Mayock. You know what I mean? It kind of make you wonder, was AB really crazy? I mean, I know this shit, but we seen his feet on remember they showed his foot on on the HBO Hard Knocks. That motherfucking feet was horrible. He really did have something wrong with his feet. But it was like the coaches and general manager is getting impatient with him. Like, bruh, that motherfucking feet is like peeling 3 layers of skin. Motherfucker had snake feet. Oh, black snake moan feet ass motherfucker. Shit. Yeah, man, I'm glad you guys pulled up. I know it's late night. Some of y'all ain't got nothing going. I mean, man, I really appreciate you guys pulling up on me though, because man, I'm up all night anyway. I usually work nights, but I'm off for 3 days, so it's like I stay on my same regular schedule, and I won't go to bed till I like 5 or 6 in the morning if I decide to, but I don't have to. But I'm up. You know what I mean? I am up with the vampires, the ghosts and the goblins. What it do? Yeah, thank you guys for pulling up on me, man. For real. But yeah, the sky's the limit with us. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and I know ain't nothing going on right now in the nation because everything always quiet out here in Vegas. 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:22 to be exact. 1:22. Man, who's this sucker on talk about the Raiders suck? You gonna make me say something bad about you, man. Shit. What kind of cat that ain't a fucking Raider fan goes onto a Raider page? That's some goofy ass weirdo shit. That's like man, these suckers. Chaos Theory 2219. Give a fuck. Raiders suck. Okay. Who's your team? Jacksonville? You look like one of them queefs. You a queef? You a Kansas shitty queef? You one of them. I smell you from here. But anyway, it's nothing like a Raider fan. You know what I mean? He wants to be one, but he ain't built for it. But don't blame us. Blame your parents. You know what I mean? That weak semen and that rotten egg. Blame that shit. It's still Raiders on mine, fool. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Man, y'all just hanging with me tonight, man. We got 12 people in the motherfucking in the house. Shout out to all 12 people here. I'm happy if one just pull up. Cause I'll sit up in here and talk to myself. I don't give a damn. But that I got you guys here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. Hit up the comments, man. What's the deal with y'all? What y'all think we need to do? What would you like to see? Raiders 1:30 in the morning and hollering that shit. Hollering that shit. Let the world know. You know what I mean? We on the block. You know what I mean? We back. For real, for real. Dang. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. Man, Problem TV. What's good, Problem? What's good with it? Thank you for pulling up, man. Why they not? You know what? This thing is not giving me. StreamYard, is they giving me all my fucking comments? Man, I'm sorry if I'm because I'm looking over here on YouTube. I see more comments than I see in this motherfucking StreamYard box. That's some bullshit. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. If I overlooked you, man, I'm sorry. They not giving me all my shit. Well, you know what? You know what's risky? Sometimes you I mean, they're football players, and there's no more of a risk doing punt returns than it is playing wide receiver. And but I just think they didn't want to add more risk to what he was already out there exposed to. So to go get somebody to do it full time, and plus that's depth on special teams and in the receiver room, I'm fine with that. I'm fine because I need Hunter Renfrow at 100%, just like we really need Waller at 100%. With the extensions being talked about, do we give extension to? Are they going to get their extensions before the season starts? That's what I'm. Carr, Renfrow, and fucking Waller. Are we going to take care of them? I don't see why not. I don't. And the money is there. These motherfuckers is doing mathematical gymnasium backflips and shit with these numbers. Cause man, these motherfuckers is nigga with the pot and baking soda in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Birds in the kitchen. They up there whipping it up. For real. You know what? And special teams is a key. Hey, Courtney, you're right. We got the best kickers. I think we're going to have a solid ass special teams too. Because some of these players I'm noticing that's what they do. And they said that some of these new guys said that, hey, I'm playing wherever they need me. You need me on special teams. You need me here. You need me there. And I'm like, I like that mentality. I like that mentality. Wherever they feel you're better suited for your ability, let them put you there and play that spot. Really play that spot, man, because we're gonna need everybody, all hands on deck. All hands on deck this season. We're all in. It's all or nothing. Super Bowl or bust. I said it. Yes. When you go out there and get these caliber type of free agents, and you're willing to give up your first and second round pick to do that, you go all out for a Super Bowl. This is not just to make a playoff berth or to just win one game. This is to get to Arizona in February and then protect and come back and run it back in Vegas. The Super Bowl, we got it in Arizona this year or next year or this season, and then next season is here in Vegas, and I would love for us to be in Vegas and win the Super Bowl. And I think right now it can be done. Where do you see this team in 2 years? Because you know we got a shitload of money under the cap next year as well, and they ain't even announced what the cap is going to be, but I'm going to guess and assume that the cap will be over $230 million. Watch. The cap will be over $230 million, so they'll add over $20 million more dollars to the cap, which gives you more money to play with. And this year, we still got what, $20 million sitting waiting on June 2nd because of the June 1st designations we made with Littleton and NASA. That freed up $20 million. But we can't touch it until June 2nd. So, hey, man, I'm telling you, we still got some shit in us. We got moves that we got to make. We got moves we got to make. Courtney, you staying busy tonight. For real, for real. I appreciate you. I appreciate you in your engagement. He said, oh, and then I mentioned we have the best. Hey, You're funny for real. I see all them damn posts you making. Oh, and did I mention? Oh, Courtney, we know all this. This is what's so exciting. Tell me, how excited are you about seeing this team hit the field? And you know what's okay? Here's the one thing I like too, though. This is what got me juice: the Hall of Fame game. And oh, can somebody by a raise of hands, do you know who we're playing in the Hall of Fame game this year? Who spent the most money so far in free agency? Who's trying to buy a Super Bowl or just buy a win? Don't we play Jacksonville this year in the Hall of Fame game? I think so. I think so. We play Jacksonville in the Hall of Fame game. Boy, let's go. Let's go. Team that spent all that money and gave Zay Jones $200,000 million and Christian Kirk gave him $1 billion and a heart transplant. SC Experience. You up? What you doing up, man? Don't you got a morning show? You gonna sleep through your morning show? Hey, do you want to pull up? You want to be my first guest ever? Let me I'll throw that shit in the chat, man. Let me show the link. Yeah, pull up, man. Let's at least chop it up with me for a minute, bro. Bam! Bam! There it is. Bam! SC in the house. Man, hey, I watched your show today too, man. You had Raider Gabe on there. Hey, Raider Gabe is a cool dude, man. He be having me cracking the fuck up. Hey, your shows is lit, dude. I fucks with you. You already know I fuck with you. Pull up, man. Shit, if you ain't doing nothing, I ain't doing shit. I'm up, so I just up on here chopping it up. Man, bam. Get my pops from Friday. Yes, buddy. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, it's some big shit this year, man. And SC was talking about this shit today too, though. He feels, hey, something big is gonna happen. Something big is gonna happen because it's too fucking quiet on the home front. It's too quiet. Too quiet. Man, it's good, SC. It's good, bruh. Whenever, hey, the link is there. Whenever, bruh, you're more than welcome. You know what I mean? You guys invited me on your guys' shows. It's just that the times that y'all done told me, like, I don't tell nobody, but I'll be at work when when Sultan be on late night. Because I work all night long. I don't get off till 5:15 in the morning. So I be watching y'all, man. I be having my earpiece in so they don't see me on the phone with my beanie on. But I be fucking with y'all, man. Y'all keep my y'all make my time go by fast. For real, for real. Shout out to everybody out there. Yes, indeedy. It's us in the motherfucking room. We in the padded room. Welcome to the Raider Asylum. Lunatic Raider is your host. Thank you for coming. If this is your first time here, just do me one solid. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you could be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. And I'd like to thank you guys for coming. Man, I'm glad you're here. Man, talk to me. What's up with y'all, man? What y'all doing on this Friday night? You know what I mean? Y'all up with the ghosts and goblins and the vampires as well? Shit, I'm riding right with y'all. Who out there? Who want to fuck with me? Y'all can pull up on me, man. It's all good. It's all good. Let me send this link out to a couple of people and see if I can catch them and see if they want to pull up real quick, man, and we can get some back and forth going on. But I'm real appreciative of all those who are here. I thank you. I thank you for real. My motherfucking elbows is ashy as a motherfucker. Oh shit! Oh shit! Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's good?
What's up with you, man?
What's good, man? Just
Man,
wanted to
thanks
show
for
some
pulling
love,
up,
man.
man.
Show some love. What's good? What's good?
What you up? What you doing up early, man? What?
Bro, hey, I don't sleep, bro. I sleep during the day. I'm a vampire out here, bro.
I do the same shit. Like I was just saying, you probably didn't hear. I said I work nights, so like when Sultan be
Oh,
on,
okay.
I be having my ear piece in with my beanie on, so they don't see it. Work and listen to y'all. I fucks with
feel it,
y'all,
man.
man, for real. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man? I'm
So
feeling good.
what you feel? What do you feel is gonna happen? I know how you guys said earlier that it's too quiet, and that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
Because
too
like
quiet, bro.
it's always quiet. Like they say, the quiet before the storm.
Hmm.
Something's going down. I don't know if
No,
it's
yeah,
Gilmore. I
definitely.
don't know if it's a honey badger. I don't know what is going on. But you seen the contract that Adams is getting?
Yeah,
They said we're only taking a cap hit of like $8 million
$8
this year.
million. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Fuck. So we still got money to play with.
Hell
And
yeah.
like I was telling everybody that you figure since we no longer have a number 1 and number 2 pick, that's money that's no longer slotted for those rounds now. We keep that money.
Yeah.
Because usually you will put that aside for your free agents, but I mean, or not free agents, but for your draft picks. But now that there's no number 1 and number 2, that shit goes right back in your pocket.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
Man, I'm so glad we got some kind of structure on this team. It's been a long time coming, and it's like I feel kind of like Gruden and Mayock. They just did what the fuck they wanted to, and not do what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because I heard like little rumors that Gruden was the one making them draft picks, man.
Yeah, I heard that too.
The Leatherwood shit, and all this is coming out that all Mayock was there for was to say yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like it, because look at I don't think Mayock would have put Leatherwood as a first round pick.
Yeah, no.
Not as long as he had a career of analyzing talent coming out of college. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't say, Leatherwood, you draft a fucking right tackle that high up and then move him to guard.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But no longer do we have to worry about that shit. You know what I mean?
I'm glad, man.
Whole new direction, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm excited, man. This season's going to be.
Hey, I'm juiced. I'm juiced for real, because it's been a long time coming. Long time coming. To actually have people start on these news shows, they're having discussions on, are the Raiders back? Are they contenders now? Now they're mentioning us like they did before. Because you remember at the beginning of last season, we came out the gates 3-0.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they started talking the MVP shit. And I think sometimes I can't tell you how Carr took it, but I don't know if that's added pressure for him to get that kind of talk about MVP running in the first 3 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The last time he had that same talk was in 2016 when he broke his leg.
Yeah.
He was being mentioned as far as one of the best and who could take out New England. I remember that's what they were talking about. What team was built to take out New England? And they were talking about us.
Yeah.
But now we have New England here.
And now they're talking about us.
We took that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know a lot of fans, New England fans, was hot. Them motherfuckers was hot. Because I know they wanted to keep Patrick Graham. The Giants did. I know New England, the whole purpose of having Josh McDaniels, they were talking about when Bill Belichick gives it up, they were going to hand the keys over to McDaniels to take over.
Yeah.
But it was too late. He was like, I'm deuces. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to go get me a stripper and go hit the crap table. Man. Yeah. But yeah, man, this shit is dope, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, Cordy be hitting me up. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the little posts you make, man. Hey, I'm a damn girl, you got what, like 100? She got 100. I gotta post all these up. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to I'll be looking up information, hoping that we get some late night news, but I doubt it. It'll probably come real early in the morning out here on the West Pacific time. But man, yes, SC, man. Thank you for pulling up, bruh. Hey, how many subscribers are you at now?
620 something.
620?
Yeah, 620 something. Yeah.
Okay. For the people that's out here that does not know who this is SC Experience. He does have a YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you go subscribe to him, like it, hit the notification bell. He has very good content. He's usually, when's your shows? Tell everybody when your shows are. In the morning?
Yeah, in about like 6 hours,
Oh,
another one's
look at him.
coming.
6 hours.
I'm doing one with Gabe. You know, Gabe has
Oh,
the Wake and
yes.
Bake, so we're in a
Hey,
simulcast.
Gabe, you're cracking me up.
Yeah, so we'll
that's
be
a,
on in
that's
the
an all
morning,
right
man.
dude, man.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
I
Hey,
appreciate it, man.
so yeah, if you guys would just go ahead and check him out and man, support him. Support
I
him. Cause
appreciate it. I
like
appreciate it.
we're all one. We're all one. There's
Mhm.
different content creators that come out with different opinions, different talks, different ideas, but we're still one nation. And we have to support each other. So I appreciate it if you guys do that. Let's get him to 1,000. That's the goal. 1,000 subscriptions is where we're trying to get to. Every subscription matters. Every subscription counts. And we appreciate all those who have done it so far. And let's continue supporting each other. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I'm glad you pulled up. What was you doing? You was
I
just
was in a
up.
phone call. I was in a phone call. I mean, I was on a couple of lives before.
Is
And
something
then
on right now?
something's on right now.
Okay, yeah. Cause once I jump off, I'm gonna go mess with him.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna go mess with him. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I'm up for a while. I'm vampire, man. I'm a vampire for real.
Same, man.
For real. But yeah, man. Shit, man. There's so much shit going on. What was? Remember the dude that you seen his tweet talking about that the Raiders are working on something, but nothing has happened yet, and it's a big name free agent.
Yeah, they're brewing up something, man. It's a pattern. You see it. They were silent on day one, silent on day two. They snap on day three. They become silent again, and then boom, in the middle of the day, they do something. Then they're silent again for the next day.
The shit that I really like what they're doing, they're actually keeping all intel close to the chest. They're not letting nobody know shit until it happens. And I'm looking for all the leaks, and some people say some shit, but I don't think they have inside information. What I think it is, they're just making an educated guess of what, of course they're drawing conclusion of, okay, well, this player played with this coach at this team, so maybe they go and sign him, with Gilmore, and shit like that. And it has happened because Chandler Jones was with New England when he came into the league, and Patrick Graham was his position coach. There's the connection. Then the defensive tackle Bilal Nichols, Champ Kelly, you know what I mean? There's that connection. What's the offensive lineman we grabbed? Alex Barr, from
Chicago.
Champ Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there are connections. You look at the fullback, Jacob Johnson.
Yeah.
From the Patriots, of course, we know who Josh McDaniels. Yep. Ziegler. So it's familiar people they know. So of course you're going to draw a conclusion that, okay, if a free agent's out there, does he have any kind of history with any of the Raiders coaches? Then most likely that's probably who they're going to go after. And that's of course, when you come up with an opinion like that, you try to connect the dots, and that's all they're doing. I don't think they're getting inside information because, hey, the front office ain't giving out shit.
Yeah,
it's man. So look at us now. We sitting here waiting like dope fiends, like, yeah, you know what I mean? What you got for me? What you got next? You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. I'm used to shit leaking out.
Yeah.
But nope.
Yeah.
Not with these dudes. And that's kind of a good thing because you get some of these other teams that are try to get involved when they find out, okay, they're going after this dude. They offer him this amount of money. Let's go ahead and one up them and steal them from them. And that shit happens. But shit, how you gonna know what the fuck we offering them if we don't know shit? It's just like, I hope I wake up in the morning and Schefter starts tweeting all the Raiders, another big move. Man, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm telling you, Gilmore, if we wind up with Gilmore and Honey Badger,
that's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. For real. That's like
crazy.
I mean, like, damn, the shit ain't even ended. we out here still signing shit.
They said they were not done.
Still getting better.
The Raiders even tweeted they're not done. They literally said they're not done. And then today, they also tweeted again. They said "good day" with the smiley face, and that shit is like that
could be like maybe
shit.
Hey, for real, like maybe the negotiation with somebody went good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Maybe they got an agreement and they're gonna announce it tomorrow. That kind of shit. We don't know, but hey,
I hope it happens in the morning when I'm live, man.
Hey, for real. I might have to wake up and fuck with you in the morning too to see, because I know you're gonna be waiting and looking.
Yeah.
Be like, oh shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, that's what I did when I found out that we traded for Adams. I was on the phone,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I get an update, and I looked at my phone and it said Raiders trade for Adams from Green.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit. I said, I'm gonna call you back. Man,
I was so mad because I got off a live 10 minutes before that news broke out. I was like,
see,
damn.
that shit was big, man. Cause I like
Yeah.
we all was like hoping it would happen. We
Yeah.
didn't know if it was gonna happen, but we was hoping like, man, I hope we get Devontae. Man, when
It
that
was
shit
silent.
happened,
Yep.
dude. And I was just talking about that on the live yesterday, before that shit happened too. Cause I was like, I said, I don't know what's going on, but for Carr to be at a standstill with his contract, it seems to me that they're trying to do something before they can offer him so much money. Because they probably already know the number that they could give him.
Yeah.
But it's like, and Carr made them statements like, there's players he wants to play with, and he's willing to do whatever he can, maybe even give up some money for them to come. Talking about Adams. I know who he was talking about. But, man, for that shit to actually go down,
It
because
was
I was
crazy,
like, well,
man.
maybe they're discussing that. I don't think the Raiders want to give up 2 first-round picks. I
Yeah.
was assuming that maybe they go first-round pick, second-round pick, and maybe they give up Waller, like a player, just to not give them up 2 first-round picks, and it was just a 1 and a 2. I was like, oh shit. And
They
they took the
finessed
hit
them.
now. See,
Mhm.
I'm glad we didn't go like a first round this year and a first round next year. Get it all out the way. Here, take the 1 and 2 this year. We go out and we trade it. We got Rock Ya-Sin. We get Chandler in, or Jones in as a free agent. You go ahead and trade for Adams now. It's like
Yeah.
your roster is getting solid on both sides of the ball. You're doing this at the same time, and it's like with cornerstone type pieces. And it's like, man, I went back and watched the 2013 film of Carr and Adams back at Fresno State.
It's crazy.
My God, man, it was like going deep was like fun for them. And it's like Carr was dropping it right there. And like, man, to see that happen again in silver and black
The
with
chemistry is
Renfro and
unbelievable,
Waller
man.
and
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake and Jacobs. And now, what do you think they're going to do with the offensive line at the right tackle spot?
I think they're gonna get somebody. I think guaranteed the right tackle spot. I wouldn't doubt it if they stick with Denzel Good at the guard position and Ken Mays. The thing is the offensive lineman coach is way better than Tom Cable. I think Tom Cable is finally coming to an end in his career. Is finally declining. So as far as the new offensive line coach, I think I wouldn't doubt it if we don't pick up no one, because they're probably sold on what they got. But I think they might get a right tackle, to be honest, if they do go out and get one.
Yeah, because I don't see them. I mean, since we got later picks in the draft, I can see them moving back and accumulating more.
Yeah.
Just to soften the blow of losing the first and the second. So maybe they move back with the third pick and accumulate like fourth and a fifth. Maybe we'll have 2 fourth rounders and 2 fifth rounders and maybe a 7, depending on where the team that's trading with us, where they're coming from, but I can see them moving back, because one thing I noticed about New England in the draft is when you get into the later rounds, it seemed like their name always pop up about them trading back. I remember seeing like New England has traded. I'm like, oh shit, again?
Yeah.
But that's what they do.
That's what
get
they do.
all this draft capital, and then you shoot your shot at these people that's still around on the draft boards, and you bring them in. And I'm interested to see what the bottom half of their draft board looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones that they feel is going to be there in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. I'm curious, what are they eyeing? What exactly are they shooting for? So that'll give us an idea of who we pick in that round, as far as the philosophy and the mentality of what Ziegler and them, what they got in store for us. Because it's easy. It's kind of almost a no-brainer with the first 2 rounds, because who your elite players are in the draft.
Yeah,
but who are those diamonds in the rough that you know about, but you think, hoping nobody else knows about, that you go out there and you snatch them up? You know what I mean? That and don't forget about after the draft, the undrafted rookies. That's you find some diamonds there too.
They're good at picking those, man.
Man, I'm telling you. So it's like I'm interested in seeing this shit, man. This shit is dope. It's like the most exciting ass shit.
Yeah.
Since the first time I ever got laid. You know what I mean? This is some shit.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I'm about to get some. Hey, that's an analogy these motherfuckers use, man. It's all good. I like to kick it up on here, man. I appreciate everybody that's out there. Courtney, I see you. I see you. Oh man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be real interesting to see how this shit unfolds. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man.
I'm
And
too.
you but you gonna stay all the way up until it's time to go on the air?
Most likely, yeah.
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 Shit. I'm what time is you starting at 6 o'clock?
7 o'clock. I'm gonna push it
7?
1 hour forward. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it. I'll probably stay up until the end. If not, I'll just lay down for a couple of hours and I'll check you out. I'll fuck with
For
you
sure, man. For sure.
all
We'll
day
be on
long.
for a couple hours, so it's not gonna be
Yeah.
a short life. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Cause I'm about to jump off of here in a second, man,
For
and
sure, for
I'm
sure.
gonna go fuck with Sultan and see how he's doing and check out this little shit too. Though I like to support everybody, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what this shit is about. Are you coming out here for the draft?
Nah.
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 Okay.
Are you?
Okay. I'm out here already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I moved out here from the Bay like almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm out here now. So I'm gonna be out there. I was hoping that we would have draft picks to go ahead and do a live from down there on the strip when they did the picks. But now,
Yeah.
not until the third round of the second day. So
Yeah. Hey,
it is what
Sultan's
it
going,
is.
man. You should collab with them, man. There's gonna be people going over there. Gabe's going.
Okay.
Yeah, go collab with them, man. There's gonna be a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
check them
YouTube
out.
content creators over there.
Yeah, I had what about it might have been a month ago. I got at Doc's
Okay.
graphic about fucking with them on the flag football shit.
Yeah.
And I told them if they need any help with anything or whatnot, hey, hit me up. It's all
Yeah.
good. So yeah, that'll be some fun shit. Look forward to meeting everybody and shit, and then
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean, introducing myself. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for pulling up on me.
Yeah, man.
Man, really appreciate it. My
Anytime,
first
bro.
guest. My first. Hey,
Love it.
everybody, give him a round of applause for showing up and hanging out with your boy.
I'm honored,
And
man. I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
man, thank you. And if anybody's in here new for the first time, out of the 9 people that's here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit like and knock the hell out of that notification bell and do the same thing for SC Experience. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subs, and I know we can do it. We're going to keep working hard and grinding because that's what we're here for, and we're all cut from the same cloth, and that cloth is silver and black.
Yes.
So, like, man, I'm about to cut this guy's
Right.
cut it short tonight, man, and go check out other people, man. But I appreciate you for pulling up on me.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm gonna head on
Man,
out. I'm gonna
good
go to
luck.
Sultan's, man. I'll be at
Yeah,
Sultan's.
I'm going over there right now.
For sure. All right, then.
Everybody
Peace
out.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thank you. Everybody that's out there, man, I'd like to thank you for coming. Man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for pulling up. I'll be on here again sometime tomorrow. So just look for me. I'm loving this shit, man. I'm really loving this shit. So with that being said, man, thank you for pulling up on Raiders Allegiance live from the Raider Asylum with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for coming. Hey, don't drink too much and don't drive. And I'm out.